gatekeepers. The academic gatekeepers are next, because if they can control what you learn when you are young, they can control what you believe when you are older. Your textbooks became tools of selective narrative. They erased African and Hebrew connections. They taught you that civilization started in Greece and Rome. They rarely told you what existed before them, or what shaped them. And then they did something even more dangerous. They made you associate intelligence with one face, authority with one accent, and history with one continent. They rewrote the timeline, so you would believe you came from nothing. And if you believe you came from nothing, you will accept being treated like nothing. Even when the earth itself contradicts the lie, even when the oldest human remains point back toward Africa, even when the geography of Scripture sits in Africa and the Near East, even when Egypt is mentioned again and again and again, they told you your history began in chains, so you would never search for the chapters before the plantation, and if you never search, you never remember. 3. Political systems. Then you have the political systems. Governments that built their wealth on stolen labor do not want you fluent in truth, because truth produces demands. Truth produces receipts. Truth produces accountability. And there is a reason certain conversations get shut down the moment they get specific, because once you start naming the mechanisms, the laws, the courts, the policies, the bank practices, the red lines on maps, the prison quotas, the generational theft. Now the story is no longer history, now it is evidence. And that is why the fight is so emotional, because it is not only moral, it is legal, it is financial, it is structural. When you understand the pattern of Scripture, that God judges nations, that God weighs empires, that God remembers blood, then you start asking dangerous questions. If God judged Egypt for oppression, what does he do with modern Egypts? If God heard the cry of slaves in Exodus, what did he hear in the cotton fields? And when the questions get that sharp, systems panic. 4. The entertainment industry. The entertainment industry plays its role too, not always by lying outright, sometimes by distracting. They took your glory and monetized it. They celebrated your rhythm, but ignored your wisdom. They put your bodies on display, but kept your minds off the stage. They want you entertaining the world, but not educating the world. They want you performing for profit, but not prophesying deliverance. They will broadcast your trauma, then call it content. They will sell your pain, then ask why you are angry. And if you are not careful, you can spend your entire life consuming images that were designed to keep you from seeing yourself. 5. The digital gate and modern censorship. And now we enter a new era, because the old gatekeepers learned new tools. In the past, they controlled books, then they controlled schools, then they controlled pulpits, then they controlled networks. Now they can control reach with an algorithm. Now they do not have to burn your message. They can bury it. They do not have to arrest the preacher. They can demonetize the channel. They do not have to ban the book. They can shadow it. And the tragedy is, most people will never know it happened, because silence is easier to maintain when it looks like